Dimash Kudaibergen saw my reaction. That legitimately happened. So let's see how that looked. Whew. If this is your first time on my channel, I'm H of the stage. I'm a vocal coach. I do music reactions, vocal reactions, but I also do a lot of other music topics. I sometimes post cover songs and original songs, so a lot of music stuff on this channel for everybody to enjoy. But this is a special day because Dimash Kudaibergen, the best singer in the world, there's no question about it, actually saw one of my reactions. He saw it as a part of this compilation for his birthday. It's almost something like a documentary where he watched a lot of his vocal performances live, and he basically talked about how he sang some parts. If I understand from the comments, he pointed out some of the parts that he wasn't really proud how he sang, but I mean, he's kind of crazy because he's the best singer in the world. He really basically sings without any flaw, and he still criticized himself this much. But I guess that's what makes him the best, because he goes and analyzes every single detail of his performance, and he always strives to be better. I think everybody should learn from that, because that's what I always tell my students as well. You need to record yourself, even just on a mobile phone. Just do a simple voice recording and always listen to yourself, and you will always find some details that can always be better, that you can fix, that you can maybe sing a little bit more upfront. Or maybe the easiest thing that you can notice is that you just need to sometimes have a little bit more energy. You know, you really need to focus on what you're singing, about what the song is about. You know, if you're just singing melody, if you're just singing lyrics without any meaning, that soon becomes solfeggio. You're basically singing like a robot. You're not thinking about anything. There's no emotion, and we don't want that. Anyway, let's see what Dimash actually saw in that video. You can see him analyzing his singing, showing it with the hand and everything. This is surreal to me.
Это безупречно, совершенно головной голос, и это стаккато, и то, как он двигает микрофоном, что позволяет получить более острый звук. Когда ты поешь очень высокую ноту с сильным белтингом, то лучше это делать именно так. Он тут немного красуется, но лучше делать именно так, чтобы справиться с диафрагмой. Это также крутое движение перед толпой, чтобы они с ума посходили.
So this is just a small snippet of my video called The Highest Note Ever Sung Male. Dimash Kudaibergen Unforgettable Day, got cool out. If you haven't checked out that video, I encourage you to check it out because I really think it's cool. Among other things, it just shows the incredible range that Dimash has. Now, one thing that I've talked about in that part is how he sang this very quick staccato note, but he didn't use just his diaphragm. Of course, he did it like that, but he also did it by swinging his microphone and just made that very sharp staccato sound. Let me just play you that part where I talked about it so you can hear the English version. Wow, this is a perfect head voice, and that staccato, and just moving the mic, it just helps you get that, you know, very sharp staccato stuff. When you're singing a note this high with so much belt, it's better to do it like this. And he's also just showing off a bit, but it's better to do it like this than just to do it with the diaphragm. It's also a kind of a cool move to do in front of the crowd. They just go nuts. He didn't say anything, of course, and if you probably ask him who H of the stage is, I'm sure he wouldn't know, but still, it's so cool for myself to see that somebody like Dimash, who's worldwide known, who's so great, who fills up arenas like this, who just has a million fans, very dedicated fans. It's just so cool to see his face down in the screen while looking at my reaction. And not only that, but he smiled a little bit, and that really made my day because he smiled when I said that that's a really cool move he does with a microphone, and it just you know, it just pleases the crowd so much. Now, if you look at it from a different perspective, that's really not that big deal, you know, it's not a huge deal. But then again, I started this YouTube channel because I wanted to expand my views when it comes to singing. I wanted to teach myself a bit more about singing as well, and I wanted to share my professional views and my thoughts with you guys. And Dimash was just one of those guys that has it all, where you can talk for days and days and you will never run out of things to say because there are so many details that go into his voice, that go into his performance, and they're all wonderful. And I could talk about him all day, and I'm also glad that you guys like listening to that. This was a special video for his birthday, and it kind of made my day. I almost felt like it's my birthday. Anyway, I also did a special video for his birthday talking about his diva dance performance, which is epic by itself. I really encourage you to check it out. It's a really fun video, and I just want to say, when I started this YouTube channel, when I started doing these reactions, I never expected to have so much feedback from everybody. Not just from the fans, which is amazing, but from the singers that I react to. Dimash is not the first one that saw my reactions, although he's the biggest star probably that saw my video from all of them. Other than him, the first one that saw my video and that really made my heart feel warm was Renee Dominique, one of the first famous, let's say, singers that saw my reaction, or that wasn't kind of a reaction, that was just me talking about some stuff that I really like about Renee Dominique. Renee Dominique is a very well-known Filipino YouTuber. She's so great. She does acoustic covers of songs. She has original songs. She usually does them either with an acoustic guitar or an ukulele, and she just has such a soothing voice. She has a voice that if you're tired, if you had a really bad day, you would listen to Renee and you would feel instantly better. She just has that healing voice. She's actually one of the first ones that kind of gave me this feedback, that showed me that she saw my video, and that meant so much to me. And this was like 5 months ago when I was a way smaller channel, and it really helped me, get that necessary push to move on, to move forward. Let me just check one thing, if I can find her post exactly. So this is her original post, and even now when I see it, I just can't believe it. She said, H at the stage did a sweet feature of me on one of his videos. This is the first time I'm watching someone talk about his thoughts towards me and what I do. Heartwarming, go check it out. And to have someone like her say heartwarming, that's just heartwarming for me. Besides her, other people that have responded to what I do, one of them is Zaida Nikolaichuk, and I did a reaction video to one of her viral videos where she is singing at the X Factor and everybody thought that she was lip syncing, but she wasn't. That's a very cool video. After she saw it, she posted it on her Instagram story, and when I saw it, it was also kind of surreal. It's always fun to see how other people, especially the singers, react to what I do. Not all of them have to agree with my opinions, but so far every feedback was positive. Besides Aida, one of the persons that shared my video and that's really cool in its own way is Ofra Haza's sister. Now, Ofra Haza is an incredible Israeli singer. Unfortunately, she passed away when she was very young. But here we have her sister share one of my reactions to her, and Ofra just has a mesmerizing voice. She just has a magical voice. If you haven't listened to her, I suggest you do so, because you will hear something that you don't hear every day. It's kind of oriental. It's just pleasing in its own way. Anyway, those are some of the people that kind of reacted to the stuff I do here. But to have Dimash, the incredible, the famous, just the wonderful Dimash, see my reaction and just to smile while he's watching that, man, that just makes this worthwhile, because it's not easy to do these reactions. I know that people often think, you just sit here and you just talk about it and that's that. There are a lot of reactors that do so, but I'm not that kind. I don't want to just, post a video after video without thinking about them at all. I don't want to lose the quality by gaining the quantity. That's not what I want. I really want these videos to feel special to everybody. I really want to go as deep as I can, not only to listen and to enjoy or to show you why I think some things are beautiful, but also to analyze why somebody does a thing they do in a certain way, because a lot of these songs could be sung in a very different way, could be presented in another emotion, you never think about it that way, but it's always interesting to find out why exactly singers chose to go in this direction. Why did they belt this note? Why did they sing another part so softly? It's always interesting to find out these little details. I really like, let's say, taking apart the song and analyzing it, then putting it back together. There's just something fun and educational in doing that, I think. Anyway, thank you to the people who put this video together for Dimash to see, and thank you for including me. That means so much to me, and maybe it doesn't seem like that when I'm talking to the camera and when I'm doing these reactions, but I tend to be insecure a lot of times, It's not always easy to film something and post it for everybody to see. There's always that little thought of people not enjoying it or just making fun of it, and there will always be trolls, but because of you lovely people, because of everybody that supports me, because of all the lovely messages that I get on Instagram, on Facebook, you just make it worth it, I try to focus on the positive. Sometimes it's a battle, sometimes it comes naturally, but it's always easier when I have your support. So for this video, we'll just leave it at that. Thank you for everybody that subscribed. Thank you to everybody that ever watched my video. Thank you for you that liked the videos. Thank you for you who disliked him. Everybody has a say. We can't all agree on everything, and that's fine. If there are some lessons here, I think they would be something like this. First of all, the world is such a small place. It's almost that easy to reach some people that you thought were so distant. For example, In all my life, I never thought that Dimash would see one of my videos or that he would even smile at one of them. But it happened sooner and it happened better than I would ever expect. So that's something cool. The world is just a small place. If you want to reach somebody, if you want to do something big, just go on and do it. You know, if you want to reach somebody, if you want to reach, I don't know, Ed Sheeran or anybody, just post a song, do a great cover, and I'm sure he will see it somehow. Don't spam him, that's not cool. But you know, just do something positive, and if it's so good, people will share it, it will come to the right person. The other lesson would be, if you're really passionate about something, if you're passionate about doing YouTube, if you're passionate about doing videos, if you're passionate about music or anything else, just do it, because life is too short. Don't listen to people who discourage you. Don't listen to the trolls. Grab the opportunity, take hold of it, and you know, just do what you like. Because if you do what you like, if you share that positive energy, it kind of gets this contagious feeling. It's like a domino effect. When I'm positive, my positivity spreads to you. And when you're positive back, it comes back to me. And it's an endless circle, and it just gives us the energy we need to continue. Because let's face it, life isn't always sunshine and rainbow. Sometimes we need a little bit of help. Sometimes we need that pat on the back. And that's what I get from you. And that's what I got this time from Dimash. And man, this is such a wonderful thing. This will surely go on top of my 2020 list. That's all for today. Thanks for sticking out till the end of the video. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share with your friends, consider subscribing, and hit that bell to get notified about my next videos. If you're interested in singing by some chance, check out my website, singeverything.com. Consider booking a lesson, and I can teach you a thing or two. Also, thank you to my Patreon supporters. There are not a lot of you there, but every single one means so much to me. It's so fun to have you there and to talk with you through the messages a little bit. Anyway, what can I say? You look wonderful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.